Hey, this is Kurt the Bow Doctor. Man, I like these stabicrafts. They're nice. They really got these laid out nice as suspension seats. You got a pizza oven here, I'll show you that. You got your refrigerator. Actually, these refrigerators are big, got more room in them than the upstanding, because then you got that little freezer compartment, and then they stand up and you got your shelves in here, so you can get probably a case of beer in there if you wanted to, or Henry's root beer. Now I'll just fire that up. When you do these seats, when you lift them up, there's like a track that these go into, and then there's a little, like right here, you'll see this track right there. So what you want to do is make sure that that sits right up against that, and then right under here you got these little pegs, and they go inside of that. So what you can do is you go like that, and you push up against them to make sure this thing locks in. Let me see here. Because if you don't, these things will fall like that. So, yeah, see, I don't got it in there, do I? So you gotta lift this up. Oh, see, and this goes right there. Then this goes here and drops down, and it makes it stable there. A little map pocket, sliding windows, tinted, dual wipers. I gotta get that clip back on there. Window washers, and your bottles up underneath there that you fill up. You got matting, your defroster vent, heater vent. They work really good. A little pocket for your miscellaneous items. I set up the zip weights, CO5 gauge, ignition, USB ports, 12 volt USB port, charging right there, my light on the USB port, little tray there, handrails, courtesy lights, speakers. I hadn't put an FM antenna wire on it, so you got FM. And then down in here is your tank, your holding tank. And these don't get completely empty because of the pickup. They're that far from the bottom, so you're always going to have that much fluid in there. They put these on like hydraulic cylinders, which I think is a lot better. And then this would un-velcro here. This goes down into here, and then this slides over, and you have a slide, which is maybe back into the detail, because I didn't see that in here. Because this goes here, and you should have a filler piece that goes in here, and then this goes on top. It just velcros and sits on top of that filler piece. So that could be in the back, unless it's up under one of these. I didn't check underneath there. Grab handles, toilet. You got this valve here, has to be open. Then you got some valves right up underneath here. The one to the left, that's your discharge. That's your water pickup for the toilet. Right here is how you flush the toilet. There's a little button right here. You get into your into your wiring on your instruments, your fuse panels, toilet paper roll. You hit that. Phew, sucks in. There's a switch right there. That automatically will turn on, telling you that your tank is full, and that would discharge it as well. You can see where they fill the foam. So this is foam filled up in the very front of the bow. You see those little black circles up there. You got the hatch up there, and I believe, yeah, you have lights up there as well, up underneath. Make sure I ain't getting in shallow water. So we got wiper. This is your washer. You got bilge pump. That's working. That's auto. Up. On is down there manually. Nav lights, anchor lights, horn. The first one that came actually with the horn now. Hey, and I even got to try out the anchor. I was out in Charleston of all damn places, leaving the dock, and got out into the channel where it's kind of narrow. pouring ass rain. Here comes the wind. Sounds like a damn jet fighters are coming over. Motor dies. Had a little air leak in the fuel valve in the back in the tank. So I had to deploy the anchors, and the wind just kept up. Then it thundered, and then lightning. But that's the nice thing with having a windlass, I'll tell you that. Then that's a spare. You got your bait there, that there, no power going to it, probably blew a fuse. That you don't have tuna tubes, deck wash, that worked. I'll leave that on for a second. Spotlight's a front light, you can see it going off the anchor up there. And cockpit lights. That's those oh, cabin lights. Here you go. Oh, and these here, I believe, yeah, you can touch them. See how you can touch them and make them red or white. Stereo, we'll just hit that real quick, turn that on. Like I say, I had them put an FM wire in that. That's cabin lights, cockpit lights, that's the ones out back. And courtesy light, we'll turn that on, and underwater lights. Lights up underneath there. Ooh, I better get going, it's gonna start getting shallow. See blue, and you can touch that and make it white, or you can touch that and it goes red. Lights back here, lights up underneath there, step. Better see how we're looking on the water. Okay. So then, all that stuff works. Underwater view, turn all that stuff on deck, work, anchor lights turn off. Okay, now your keys got to be turned on. Cup holders for the driver, passenger. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, hey, and this sucker comes with what they call the crescent steer, electric steer. Neat as hell. But you got to have the lanyards in both positions. You got to turn the key on, then you can go ahead and fire it up there. But you got to remember to hit the station button, and it's blue, and they're solid. If it's blinking, that means it's probably in gear. So now, what you do is put it in reverse. Oh yeah, we're getting shallow. And then I can, that's what I'm calling a crescent steer. See how and it's electric? So I can go like this and steer it.
And I'd be charged. And you say, well, you can't assault somebody with your car. This woman, if she was driven her 4,000-pound SUV on the pilot, if she drove that car over that car, at the very least, he'd be badly hurt. At the very worst, he'd be dead. Let's put it
hey, how do you like that? There you go. Ha! Good water flow, cutting board, grab handles. Then we're going to get away from here. We're going to put it in gear forward.
I think my listeners are very critical. Think maybe not you, Jennifer, maybe not the Democrats.
Give it a little gas.
Instead of just
steer it.
Instead of just defaming me, Jennifer, tell me what it is that's inaccurate.
There we go.
No, I don't. Yes, I do. Would you like to?
Pretty clever, isn't it?
Would you like to?
And then you can go here, you hit this button here, and then you can go up and throttle. You can see it's 1300 on the gauge.
The usual reason for any police officer to
Or you can go down.
force, whether they end up killing the person or not, if they're using lethal force.
So then you go up here, you got trim assist, you can turn that off, neutral, start, stop, shut the door. I'm getting cold. My pants are still wet. How much minutes do I got? 9 minutes. I'm going to go to video number 3. This is a 2026 2300 or yeah 2350. I think it's called a fish something or other. Oh well. Anyway, to turn on the heater, and it's a 2026 23 footer. You hit this here and you hit it again and it'll say started. It's going to start up the heater. Now you got to remember, I was using that control back there. These are electric. You got to hit the station. I got red for in neutral. I put it in gear and it turns green. That means you're in gear. I put that on the settings up there. It tells you forward, available gallons, economy flow. I got your unit voltage. in motor voltage. Set on that. Your trim assist is right here. Now, say I was going here, I can hit this thing here. See how I'm down now? What I'm in is like what they call in and out. We're in forward now. I'm going to bring that down. See, now I'm at 50%. See how it's in forward?
She tried to drive the car over the man.
Now it's in neutral. I'm going to go into another video and show you this because I'm at 10 minutes.